Hello students. So students, we will continue with the previous chapter, atoms and molecules. Today I will finish this chapter. I checked the assignments and I found most of the students have written the chemical formula correctly. Okay, so the more you will practice, the better you will know. So today I will start with a new topic, that is mole concept. Now here you first consider the first example, that is 2H2 plus O2 gives us 2H2O, means hydrogen reacts with oxygen to give water. Okay, now here you will see that two molecules of hydrogen combine with one molecule of oxygen to form two molecules of water, or if we calculate it in the form of molecular mass, then molecular mass of 4 atoms of hydrogen will be 4U. So we can say 4 units of hydrogen, it combines with 32 units of oxygen. Why 32 units of oxygen? Because there are 2 atoms of oxygen and atomic mass of one atom is 16 units. So atomic mass of 2 atoms will be 32. Okay, and it gives us 4 units of hydrogen plus 32 units of oxygen. How? Because 4 atoms of hydrogen are there in water and the molecular atomic mass of one hydrogen is 1 unit. So the molecular mass of 4 will be 4 atoms into 1 unit plus 2 atoms of oxygen into 16 units, because there are 2 atoms of oxygen and there is one oxygen atomic mass is 16 units. So for 2 it will be 32 units. So here if we calculate in terms of molecular mass, then we can say 4 units of hydrogen molecules combined with 32 units of oxygen molecules to form total 36 units of water molecules. Okay, so here the total weight of water is 36 units. Understood or no? Now we can infer from the above equation that the quantity of substance, if you want to calculate the quantity of substance, then it can be characterized by its mass. We can calculate the quantity of substance by its mass or by the number of molecules. So there are two ways. How we will calculate here the quantity of these different elements in compound reaction? By the molecules or by the mass? By the molecular mass. But in the chemical reaction, the equation, what does the equation indicates? Like you can see this equation, 2H2 plus O2 gives us 2H2O. So what this equation is indicating? This equation indicates directly the number of atoms or the molecules. It is not indicating, it is not telling us the molecular mass that we are finding, but what the equation is indicating, it indicates us the number of molecules or the atoms that take part in the reaction. So therefore it is convenient to refer the quantity of the substance in terms of molecules or atoms rather than in mass. Understood? So because for that purpose there is one new concept, that is, or a new unit called as mole was introduced. Okay. And what is mole? It is easy, students. Mole, 1 mole of a species. Species means it can be atoms, it can be molecules, it can be ions or particles. So 1 mole of species is that quantity in number having mass equal to atomic or molecular mass in grams. That is mole. Understood or no? What is mole? I will explain you. It is easy. What? 1 mole of species, that is equal to, that is that quantity, it is in number which has a mass equal to the atomic or the molecular mass in grams. Okay. Now you please see here, 1 mole is equal to 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23 particles. These particles can be atoms, molecules or ion. And 1 mole, as the definition says, 1 mole is also equal to gram atomic mass or gram molecular mass. So first we have to understand what is gram atomic mass and gram molecular mass. Now you see this example, that is O. Atom is given here. O, one atom is there. So 1 into 16U. Why 16U? Because the atomic mass of oxygen is 16U. And there is one atom, so 1 into 16U. So the atomic mass of oxygen is 16U. Or I can say the mass of one atom of oxygen is 16U. 16U. U is written. It denotes very, very small amount. So 16U means that it is the mass of only one atom. Because U is a very small unit. Okay, atomic mass unit. So 16U, that is the mass of only one atom. And if I write 32U, means 32U is the mass of two oxygen atoms or one molecule of oxygen. I think till here it's clear to everyone. Now, if we represent this mass in grams, which mass in grams? If we write 62, if we write 62 units in grams, let us see, then what it will become? It will become oxygen is equal to 16 grams, and this is called as gram atomic mass. Gram atomic mass is the atomic mass which is represented in gram. Understood? So oxygen is equal to 16 grams. If it is oxygen molecule, then the atomic mass will be not atomic mass, molecular mass will be 32 units, which means 32 units is the mass of one molecule of oxygen. Okay, but if we represent this mass, this molecular mass of oxygen molecule, that is 32 grams, 32 units in grams, then it will become 32 grams, which says that this is gram molecular mass. Okay, gram molecular mass is the molecular mass which is expressed in grams. I think it's clear to you. Gram atomic mass is the atomic mass expressed in grams, and gram molecular mass is the molecular mass which is expressed in grams. As you can see in this example again, oxygen molecule I have shown, which is equal to 1 into 2 atoms of oxygen, 2 into 16U, because atomic mass of one atom is 16U, so total it will be 32U, means the molecular mass of oxygen molecule is 32 units, means it is the weight, it is the mass of one molecule of oxygen or two atoms of oxygen. So if I write it into 32 grams, then I can call it as a gram molecular mass. So gram molecular mass is nothing but it is the molecular mass of a molecule which is expressed in grams, and gram atomic mass is the atomic mass of an atom which is expressed in grams. Understood till here everyone? Now what did I say here? In the if you see the definition of mole, so the definition of mole says that it is 1 mole is equal to gram atomic mass or gram molecular mass. Now you consider this example here, oxygen molecule, it is written 32U. It means that the mass of one molecule of oxygen is 32U, or mass of two atoms of oxygen is 32U. Okay, 32 atomic mass unit. But if I write it in the form of gram molecular mass, then what it will become? It will become 32 grams. Oxygen will become 32 grams. Now, in 32 grams, how many molecules of oxygen are there? In 32 units, one molecule of oxygen is there. Because you know, atoms, molecules are very, very small. We cannot see. So that is why we use a very small unit, that is atomic mass unit. So 32U means that it is the mass of one molecule of oxygen or two atoms of oxygen. But what does 32G mean? 32G is gram molecular mass. Now G is a bigger unit. So we cannot say that 32 grams is the mass of one molecule of oxygen. We cannot say this thing because the atoms and molecules are very, very, very small. So 32 grams cannot be the weight, or it cannot be the mass of one molecule of oxygen or two atoms of oxygen. So this gram molecular mass, that is 32 grams, that is equal to 1 mole, or which is equal to 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules of oxygen. Means in 32 grams there are 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules of oxygen, or 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules of oxygen has a mass equivalent to gram molecular mass of oxygen, that is 32 grams, and it is also equal to 1 mole. Have you understood? Now oxygen, you are seeing here oxygen is equal to 32U. So you can also say 1 mole of oxygen is equal to 32 grams, which contains 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules. If it is atomic mass represented in grams, if it is gram atomic mass, then we say 1 mole is equal to gram atomic mass, and it contains 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23 atoms. I hope it is clear to everyone. And now if I will write 2O2, so 2O2 will be equal to 64 units, which means that 64 units is the mass, molecular mass of 2 molecules of oxygen. But if I convert it into gram molecular mass, then it will become 64 grams. So now it will contain double the particles or double the molecules of oxygen. Okay, that is 12.046 something. Okay, so just remember 1 mole is always equal to gram atomic mass or gram molecular mass. Okay, and how many molecules or atoms are present in gram atomic mass or gram molecular mass? That is 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23. Now you please see another example, that is H2O is equal to 18U, means the molecular mass of water is 18U. Okay, so 18, or you can say 18U is the molecular mass of 1 molecule of water. If I convert it into gram molecular mass, then it will become 18 grams. So which means that the 18 grams is equal to 1 mole, or we can also say that 18 grams is equal to 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules of water, because 18 units will contain only 1 molecule of water. But if I convert it into grams, then what does it shows? Because gram is a bigger unit, so what does it shows? That 18 grams will contain 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules of water, or it is also equivalent to 1 mole. I hope it is clear to everyone. So 1 mole is equal to gram atomic mass or gram molecular mass. And since gram is the bigger unit, how many molecules or atoms it will contain? It will contain 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules of water. And this number 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23 is also called as Avogadro's number. So 1 mole is equal to Avogadro's number, which is equal to gram atomic mass or gram molecular mass. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now students, please see this example here. If I say that 32 units of oxygen molecule, it means the mass of 1 molecule of oxygen is 32 units. And if I convert, or if I say that 32 units contain 1 molecule of oxygen, but if I say that 32 grams of oxygen molecule, it means that 32 grams of oxygen molecule contains 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules of oxygen, and it is equal to 1 mole. So 1 mole, I have already explained you what is 1 mole. Okay, now we will discuss this example here. Please see example 3.33, page 41 of NCERT book. Now here we have to calculate the number of moles of the following, that is 52 grams of helium and 12.00 12.044 into 10 raised to power 23 helium atoms. So here we have to find the number of moles. Now you can see here these are the different signs which are given. Number of moles is always denoted by small n. Given mass, that is always denoted by small m. Molar mass, that is gram atomic mass or molecular mass, that is given in capital M. Okay. Given number of particles are shown in capital N, and Avogadro's number of particles, that is 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23, is shown by N naught. So number of moles small m, given mass will be small m, but molar mass that will be capital N. And given particles capital N, but Avogadro's number N and 0. Understood? Now we have to find the number of moles of 52 grams of helium. Now what is the atomic mass of helium? Atomic mass of helium is 4 grams. So I can say 4 grams is equal to 1 mole. Can I say what is the atomic mass of helium? Atomic mass of helium is 4 unit. But if I convert it into gram atomic mass, then it will be 4 grams. Which means, what does it mean? It is written here 52 grams of helium. So the atomic mass of helium is 4 unit, which means 4 unit contains only 1 atom of helium. But if I convert it into gram atomic mass, if I say 4 grams, then what does it mean? It does not mean that 4 grams is the weight of 1 helium. What does it mean? It means 4 grams of helium contains Avogadro's number of particles, or 4 grams of helium contains how many? 1 mole of substance, or 4 grams of helium will contain Avogadro's number, which is also equal to 1 mole. So 52 grams will be equal to how many moles? Because 4 grams, okay, 4 grams is equal to 1 mole. Okay, now 52 grams will be how much? 1 divided by 4 into 52, or 52 divided by 4. So 52 grams will be equal to 13 moles. I hope it is clear to everyone, because 4 gram is equal to 1 mole. 4U, that is the weight of 1 atom of helium, but 4 gram that is equal to 1 mole, and 1 mole contains how many particles? That is 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23. I hope it is clear to everyone. 13 moles. So what is the 13 moles? What does 13 moles means? 52 grams, that is equal to 32 moles. Now here you can see this formula. It is written N is equal to small m by capital M. Now here you can see 52 is divided by 4. So what is 52? So N is equal to 52 divided by 4. So number of moles is denoted by small m. And what is 52? 52 is what? That is given mass. Okay. N is equal to number of moles, which is equal to m. M is the given mass. And what is 4 here? 4 is the molar mass. I hope it's clear to everyone. How you can derive the formula? Number of moles is equal to small m, which is the given mass, which is 52. And what is the molar mass? Molar mass is 4. And we will get the formula N is equal to m by 4. Now we will see another example. Another example, we have to find the number of moles of 12.044 into 10 raised to power 23 particles. Now we all know that 1 mole or 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23 particles are equal to 1 mole. Okay. Okay, in 1 mole there are 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23 particles, or 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23 particles are present in 1 mole. So 12.044 into 10 raised to power 23 particles are present in how many moles? So what you have to do? 12.044 into 10 raised to power 23 is equal to 1 divided by 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23 into 12.044 into 10 raised to power 23. This is the unitary method which I have applied. So now what you will get? You will get 12.044 into 10 raised to power 23 divided by 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23, and you will get 2 moles. And that is understood also, if 1 mole contains Avogadro's number of particles, then 2 moles will contain 12.044 into 10 raised to power 23 particles. So here I have applied the unitary method, that if 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23 is equal to 1 mole, then 12.044 into 10 raised to power 23 will be equal to how many moles? So it is coming out to be 2. And here I have not used the formula, but you can do it by using the formula also. If you do in the unitary method, automatically you will get the formula, because here we are finding number of moles, and number of moles is given by small n. So here what you will get? You will get 12.044 divided by 6.023. Okay, so number of moles is equal to 12.044 is what? That is the given number of particles. So here you will see in the formula I have written capital N. And here then it is written divided by 6.023. And what is this 6.023? It is Avogadro's number, and Avogadro's number is shown by capital N0. So here in the formula I have written capital N0. Okay, so please practice this one on your own, and next examples we will do in next class. Thank you, students.